Welcome to part 7 of my whole house declutter, and today we're going to be doing an in real time declutter. Unlike my previous declutters or most of my declutters, where I give you a sped up version of what I've been doing and I do a voiceover. So no pressure on me today. I'm going to be chatting through this one and we're going to be tackling kids' toys. Now, full disclosure, I actually started this decluttering series. The very first thing I did was declutter the kids' toys. We're in my living room right now and we have got mostly toys in this unit here, not entirely, but mostly toys, and then toys behind me there. I started this series when I had been told that I probably had breast cancer, would probably need a full mastectomy, and I panicked. And I remember sitting on the sofa, looking around me and thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna have major surgery and I'm gonna be at home convalescing for a long period of time, surrounded by all this stuff. And it really is what gave me the kick up the backside to start decluttering again. I have had various periods of time where I've been decluttering and things have got on top of me again and I've been decluttering again. So we're back in the cycle of decluttering. Thankfully, I've been given the all clear. I do not have cancer. I do not have to have major surgery. But while I'm on this journey and I'm in it now, I want to continue and I want to get through my whole house decluttering until the point where I feel calmer, I guess. So I have some clicking point where I'm like, we've got it, we've nailed it. And I'm under no illusion, decluttering is going to be a lifelong thing, but I want to do this major declutter. So to be fair, if you look back, part 1 of this decluttering series, I feel like I decluttered a lot of toys, a lot of kids stuff, a lot of the stationery and everything. But one thing I've noticed in the past couple of weeks is that the stuff has been accumulating, particularly in this room. It's getting messier quicker. Now we've had one birthday since I started decluttering. So this is a lot of birthday toys here, but I'm gonna say I don't feel like we got a lot of toys. Middle child, not we, it's him. I don't feel like he got a lot of toys, not too many. I wasn't overwhelmed with the amount of stuff. Now, next weekend, we've got a joint birthday party for my 2 boys. Then we're gonna get a lot more stuff. A few weeks after that, we've got another birthday for my eldest. So I want to make sure that we've got room to put things away and get on top of this, because clearly, although I feel like I got rid of a lot of stuff in that first declutter, it wasn't quite enough. Now, I haven't been setting a timer for my other videos. I'm just spending whatever time I need, but to give me a little bit of guidance while I'm doing this, because usually I'm back and forth, I actually look at how much time has elapsed on my phone, which I record on, and I don't want to be doing that today. I just want to get my head down. So I'm going to set a timer for half an hour. I've got this awesome visual timer, super cheap on Amazon. I actually got it for potty training the kids, but I use it now for all my cleaning and decluttering, and then I can see how long I've been going at it. So we are going to get everything out from these drawers, because these drawers are already, I took so much stuff out. And there's already way too much. We're just going to take everything out one drawer at a time. Now, I have 3 kids, 3 young kids, husband is home. Of course, I haven't warned him that I'm doing this and that I'm going to be chatting away. So expect background noise when he comes downstairs in a minute and he's like, what are you doing? But I have a husband upstairs putting older 2 to bed. I've already put youngest to bed. But, they might wake up. Anything can happen. Kids, anything can happen. Unless you're prepared for it, someone's going to wake up, thrown up in the middle of the night or whatever. You don't want to have, and certainly I don't want to have, drawers and drawers full of stuff all over the floor, and then suddenly you have to stop what you're doing. I feel like once you're a parent of little kids, you have to always be ready for a crisis. So we're going to tackle it one drawer at a time. Now I have got quite a lot of notepads. Definitely guilty of picking up a lot of notepads at conferences and work things. These are all freebie notepads. So we're just going to check if we've got a lot of space left in notepads to write in, or are they mostly taken up? Because if they're mostly taken up, then they'll go. These ones seem pretty good. My kids love these. They're super smart. These are actually from the Houses of Parliament. So fun fact about me, I actually do a lot in Parliament. Don't work in Parliament. I'm a lawyer. I'm in Parliament a lot, and I organise quite a few parliamentary events. I've got 2 back-to-back coming up in just a couple of weeks, and I'm not bringing back any more notepads. So when we have an event, we always buy a really nice notepad and then a posh pen for each person that attends that has the notepad and the pen. So I always get one, and if like anyone doesn't rock up, there's always spares. So I'm always bringing them home for the kids, and they love them. But we've got enough. I've got enough. They've got enough. So we've got a workbook here, which looks pretty good. I think I need to just get the kids to work through these because we need to be using these for homework. They look pretty good. We've got a pretty good amount in here. Maths and English, age 7 to 8. Right, okay. Do you know what? I think I might leave a couple of these out, and then tomorrow when we try and do work in the mornings, maybe we can just work through them. Sometimes part of decluttering is just working out what you need to use next. So there's one for each child. We're going to leave those out. This one looks good. This is more of a journal that they just haven't been using. So I'm going to try and make quicker decisions. I feel like if you've got an instinct, like you just have to go with your gut, don't you? If your gut's telling you we don't need that, then we probably don't need it. There's not masses left in that one. I'm going to put that over there. Oh. And then we have another one of these journals. It's tricky with these. I always feel worried that they just haven't needed them so much. It's hard. Decluttering is hard of kid stuff, you know? I'm always wondering, are they going to turn around and say, where's that journal that I got when Granddad died? Oh, where is it? I try and be honest because those questions do crop up. They definitely do ask. So we've been using these a fair bit, but they have been enjoying writing in these. This would be my biggest takeaway actually in future. I wouldn't buy the hard-backed notepads. I know I didn't buy those. They were basically all from events, but I wouldn't take them. And instead, I would get these more like school workbooks. And I literally got these from Poundland and they've been the best. This one was one I bought for a friend and 2 turned up. And then I thought I'll just put them in for the kids to use. And do you know what? Given that no one has written in this one, someone has. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to the teachers. We're going to give one of those to the teachers. And this notepad, actually, I'm going to use that myself because I use those like every day. So I feel like I would actually use that. Fabulous. So we've gone through this recently anyway. So we don't have to panic if we don't get rid of a lot. These are good. First numbers, things, map of the world. Good for when we are doing I think we're going to probably want all of these because we do use these. And we just check there aren't any. Tricky when you've got kids spanning quite a range of ages. And mine will be very soon, 8 to 3. So I didn't warn you, Craig, but I'm going to do an in real time declutter. So don't be alarmed that I'm chatting away. Just carry on. But yeah, it's really hard when you have kids spanning different age ranges that you are catering for educationally, because I literally have the alphabet and then we get more complicated with times tables. But that's okay. And then I just have to keep an eye on things when we start to grow out of stuff. So we're going to put these back in order of what we are using the most. And that is, do we have enough? Do we have 2 each? I think we might part with that one. And then we have a bigger atlas. But yeah, really, for this kind of area, we're using more of that container principle. So the drawer is as big as the drawer is ever going to get. And we need to make sure that we can open the drawer without everything getting stuck. And we can't go into a different drawer because there's other stuff in the drawers. So we're always going to be contained by the drawer itself. pencil cases. How have we ended up with so many pencil cases, Craig? So many. And I don't think we are using these pens because we have got much better ones. So let's just go cull the ones that aren't as good. And we'll keep crayons. We do like crayons. You're making tea. Can I have tea, Craig? Please. If not too much hassle. No lids. Oh, pens without lids. See ya. Am I banishing you? You gonna watch football? Okay. Bless him. I'm gonna hide now. And I won't ask. I don't want to ask him. Now he's disappeared. But he didn't hear me, so there's no tea. Now, these scissors are not the youngest, are they? I think they're left-handed scissors. Okay. In which case I need to go in somebody else's. See, I'm responsible for this. So many pens are like Christmas. They're really good stocking fillers. And sometimes they'll be a major hit. And sometimes they really won't. But if I remove them all, it becomes a bit more obvious. And then school give them these little pens when they've done things well, and then they become like a trophy, you know? But getting rid of the volume of things, I feel like one of those could disappear without being too obvious. Okie cokes. NAF pens we're not using. I wonder if you will be watching this thinking, wow, this is why she doesn't film in real time, because this is incredibly dull. Is it incredibly dull? Let me know. And then we can either do more or not, right? Okay, we've got working battery. That's a success anyway. Okie dokie. And sometimes when you're decluttering an area that you've decluttered before, I feel like sometimes it's a bit stressful because you're never going to be making the same amount of progress that you made that first time, right? It's just not possible. Time check, that has been 10 minutes. 10 minutes on one drawer, which could also be a little bit disheartening. And we're not going to let it be. We are not going to let it be. So we've got way too many notepads here. And again, I think if you feel bad like I do, you're getting rid of things that are perfectly good, just make sure you're rehoming them to people, places where they'll get a lot of use. So if I am giving the notepads that have lots of use in them to nursery, school, where I know they're going to get used up, I don't have to feel bad. Like I gave them, I got given them, so I have that object. I've got to do something with it. Ideally, at the moment I'm giving it, I can say, no, thank you. And I'm getting better at that. But if I've got something, I then have to make a decision about what I do. So do I keep it myself? Do I give it to my children? Which is the same as keeping it myself, quite frankly, because it can stay in my house. And then as the adult, I'm the one that has to look after that thing. Let's face it. Or do I gift it on? And that is always an option of gifting it on. So we have got, oh my gosh, pencil cases are so jazzy nowadays. I didn't realise this was going to be a thing when I became a parent, right? These pencil cases have all got all these little hidden compartments. So we can put this little, if I can like even work this out, I'm just going to jam this now. There's a little calculator that lives in here. How does this work? How do we get this out? I'm going to have to ask my son how to do it tomorrow, aren't I? Right, okay, that's not a success. Okay, so what I said we were going to do is we're going to empty each drawer. Now, each child has got like a major pencil case with lots of stuff in, and then my boys have another smaller one. How does that come out? Oh, no. This is going to be one of those comedies. Yay! There we go. Look at that. And then the little calculator goes in. I don't know why the boys have stopped taking those to school, because they were not living in the drawers. They were living in their bags, and they were taking their pencil cases in, and now they're not. I don't know why that is. I need to ask them, and then maybe we can work that out and they can disappear somewhere. Sticker books. Have we been using these? We've got some little activity books. I feel like we could be using these up better. So that's a good little reminder. We've got lots of sticker books in here. These can be gifted on. Stickers are always going to get used in my house because my youngest loves them. She is obsessed. So I went through, I sorted these stickers. We've got some drawing here, coloured paper, and I culled the amount of colouring books we had. Now my middle child enjoyed that, and I think he's just forgotten it. So I think we need a reminder here of everything we've got. We've got a little activity pack here. 100% we can be using that up. 100%. Sticker book. I just really feel like she's not going to use that one. The little one we could keep. This was a good notepad. It's in the wrong place. So let's relocate that, and then that will get used. In the morning, the boys do lots of writing, and then that's mine. I've got one token colouring book in there. We've used a lot of this, a lot. So that can go. Now, let's be sensible. Do we need this many? Christmas pens. And we have got a lot of crayons, pencils rather. But I whittled that down, and I feel like when they get a little bit older, they use can't get my words out. They use pencils more. What was this one? Oh, it's a little, this was like a spy pencil. Okay. I think this pencil case has become like the catch-all. So let's put these in here. Okay. And then we keep one of those, and that's just a bit more respectable, isn't it? I don't feel like that drawer was too bad, but every little bit that we can do each time, I think the temptation sometimes is to open a drawer and think, well, I can open that, so that's fine. And then not declutter anything from it. Add a couple of bits in, you know, say on these birthdays, we get another couple of colouring books, and suddenly you have no space. Here's a lesson for me. When it comes to Christmas this year, we're talking about Christmas now, not to buy any pens. No pens. We're not buying them. No, thank you. Has this one got battery in it? No. Okay, that's fine. We can sort that out later. Let's put those glue sticks together. I feel like we've turned a corner where I can actually have like some pens and pencils, glue sticks, and scissors more accessible to the kids, because I mean, I still have to monitor them, but the idea of having them where they could reach, like, no. So everyone had the same notepads. So there were 3 of them, but youngest does not really use that one. and I'm going to be brave, because let's face it, I've got enough notepads of my own. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, so I'm going to skip straight to under here because we've got some various bits and bobs under here, and I'm wondering if we could get some of them into the drawers, because visually I feel like when I'm looking at this unit and I can see the stuff underneath it, it stresses me out a bit. So let's just throw that where it needs to be. If I could fit some of it more into drawers, that could just really help. So we've got more. These were great, these really large workbooks, but then I got more. I got more, and we don't need that many. I feel like they fit in there okay. Actually, what's this on top here? This is just a torn bit of paper. We definitely don't need that. But again, I feel like now that's better. So if that goes in there, that's better. And then this is, we keep our trays here because then we know like art stuff's there. If they're going to do art, they have to have a tray. And really we want the trays to be empty so that they are more accessible. Are we okay with just folding this? Is there any reason why I need to keep that giant? Or could that go away with the other materials down there? And then it's nice and clear. And also having it all contained, like if you have a category of stuff and you've done like I have, you've basically exceeded the space, right? Go back to that container principle. I set myself 2 drawers, one for like art stuff and drawing, and one for workbooks. And then I exceeded it as a grown-up. I bought more materials and then I put them elsewhere. So I exceeded the container. I've abused the process. So let's check, as is always the way, stuff falls to the back. And then, because I'm not tidying up those toys right now, I'm just going to throw them in the rough direction of the places that they need to be. And that is fine. This was a birthday toy. So Mr. Playmobil can go over there. And he's a problem for another day. And that's absolutely fine. Oh my God, the dust. I thought it was going to be a spider for a second there. Did you see the panic? I was like, oh my God, it's a spider. I really don't like spiders. I'm not good with spiders at all. And this is that time of year where you get more spiders. And you know the really big beastie ones? And like we're in the UK, we don't really have, we're like one spider that bites. And it's rare to get it. And even if it bites, like it's a bit sore. But it's not a big issue. And yeah. Why am I scared of spiders? I don't know. Okay, so we have a couple more smaller ones. They can definitely slide on top. And now we are back to containing. So out of half an hour, we've basically got 9 minutes left. These drawers are games. I have been through these and there's some more like, we've got Scrabble, we have got a couple of like Unos. I've been through this, we've got a couple of doubles. We do like those. And then down here, I would love to get rid of this, but it's not mine, it's my husband's. It's really random as well. I'm gonna have to insist it goes live somewhere else. Criminal litigation and sentencing. So it's a work related thing. And it's down here with a chess set. And here we have got binoculars, which he says are rubbish. So again, like, why do we have them? And then maps. And I don't even know what is in here. Is this another game? Oh, these are the chess. Oh, these are the chess. No, these are dominoes. Okay, no one's played dominoes for a long time. But it's not my thing to get rid of. So I will have a chat with him. And sometimes we play chess. We're absolutely keeping the chess. But I don't want the book. But it's not mine. So let's move on. And I'm just going to change the angle of the camera. A little update. We've got a nice pile of stuff going on here. Under here, oh, this stuff is like spilling out, and it has been stressing me out as well. So let's just drag everything out of here. Oh my word. Now, I have been thinking about this, not just since I did the last declutter, but just like these sticks go to a game. We hardly ever play, but when this cupboard is open, the kids are drawn to these, especially my daughter. Like, there's something about the youngest one, like, who, you know, just loving it. And these go with it as well. And you know, it's just, it's a den making thing. We've got loads of things to make dens with. We've got so much. We have not played this game at all. Snort funny. I got it as a sample on TikTok shop. Would we play it? So challenge cards. Let's have a look and actually see. I think I went through a phase of like, and party games and table games are always a good thing, but not if you have too many of them. Everything's good on its own, isn't it? But you have to think about it as a whole. So they have like, oh, that does look cute. We've got these little piggy things. And then how does it work? When you go through these? It doesn't make a noise. I thought it was going to make a noise. Okay. Do you know, I feel like they're a bit rubbish. They're a bit cheap. So at the moment, I'll give that a little wipe over, don't worry. Do you know, I'm just going to say, I probably shouldn't have taken it. I took it as a sample from my little side hustle as TikTok shop, and then we didn't use it. And the actual, like, the stock went out, and it wasn't a good bet. Right. Nobody's seen it. Nobody's played with it. I don't have the capacity for it right now. Snakes and ladders, always a good one. Game of life, great game. So let's put those there. I decluttered these. And I honestly, I left them in my utility room. I did not remove them from the house quickly enough. They saw them. They got upset with me. They're back in the cupboard. There are lessons here. Have your exit plan. Take things out quickly. I did not. And I suffered. My middle child is so fond of the weapons. I spoke to the boys about these swords recently and was like, do we really need them? Apparently we need all the swords. This game we like. We actually do play that. That game we like. We play that one. Jenga we like. I would love to get rid of these shields. I would love to get rid of some of these. Oh, some of these weapons. Somebody chewed this the other day. I don't think that's going to work very well chewed, but we'll see. Have a think of that one. There are so many of these I feel like I honestly could get rid of. So this game, we did play it. We played it. It was quite interesting. But it's quite a big game. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to say nobody's asked me for it since Christmas. So, and I feel like it's a good two-player. It's not good for everyone together. All right, that goes with that game, which we have played. Oh, where's the thing that goes with that? There's a board that goes with that. Who knows what that is? Somebody had that out the other day. So we will find that. Stomp, Stomp, Chomp. We did play that. We did play it. It was reasonably interesting. Okay, now. Wands, working wands, we will keep. That one is broken. So, broken toys we do not keep. That works. Sticks. We have a no sticks in the house rule. Right, so we have another one of these that is not chewed. So we are going, oh, we've got two. Okay, that's fine. So the chewed one, we don't need. More sticks. And this game is really good fun. And has actually survived a while. Okay. So actually, do you know, though, we've got some big things that have gone into the pile to go. I am now surrounded by stuff. And this game, my son keeps getting it out. It's not a game, it's a puzzle. He wants to make it. So I love a puzzle. I just feel like we just need to sit down with that one together. He needs some help. So let's do that. That goes in here. Anything else? Weaponry. There's more weaponry. I bought more weaponry. I am the problem. Oh dear. But that was good fun. Right. So I feel like games at the top is still a good idea. Yeah. And sometimes, you know what, games, when someone buys a game, like for Christmas or birthdays, it's perfectly okay to like have them play with a game for a while, and as soon as the interest goes, just to pass it on and not like beat yourself up that you're not keeping it forever, because someone else is going to get enjoyment out of it. Right. So we've had half an hour, and I'm actually going to set that again. And this time I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. Just because I feel like psychologically, like mentally, if I think I've got to declutter, for another 15 minutes, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. Yeah, we'll keep that game. They did enjoy that game. So I think we could play that game another few times. And then it will be worn out, you know? Okay, cool. And this was a Christmas. Oh no, this is Marble Run. Love Marble Run. Okay. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it's Marble Run, and we do play with Marble Run. I'm going to put that a bit more. I think what's happened is it's out of sight, and that, I don't think we need that. Okay. Vocabulary games, always good. Bop it, always good. This was really good. Do you really know your family? Because I feel like my kids are so hyper at meal times, and then having a game, sometimes like taking out a game really helps ground everyone. Let's just check. No more games have made it over to this side. So I bought this. We can turn the table into like a ping pong table, and it was really good fun. But again, it's kind of like gone over there, and then we've forgotten about it. So let's scooch it over. And then this was a Christmas present for my son that he's totally forgotten about. So what we need to do is just play with it. We need to get it out, actually play with it, and then he can decide if he's bored with it. Because I feel like it's really harsh, but I know he doesn't know it's there. So on the one hand, you can say, well, he doesn't know it's there. So if I declutter it, he will be none the wiser. but they get a lot of stuff at Christmas. Immediately that Christmas occurred, you know, we came back, I put it in here, and I haven't reminded him it's there. He doesn't really even know what it is. And I feel like that's just wasteful for like the family that bought it if he doesn't play with it once. And I know. I don't know, your thoughts on that one? Or is it more of a case of, well, you are overwhelmed with stuff and you need to part with it now? I don't know. I need a better solution for the weaponry. The weaponry cabinet is no good. I tell you what we need to do is have a look at what we've got on this side and see if anything can be done. So moving on to this side, the intention here was more that we would have, this would be a grown-ups unit. The whole unit was supposed to be for my husband and I's things, and it has not been at all. Right, I went through this the other day. I don't want to go through it again. I don't want to. Oh my God, I'm just going to break this. It's jammed. How am I going to get this out? Tell me you've got too much stuff without telling me you've got too much stuff. I can't even get it out. Right, come on, Nat. We can do this. A light. So this is more of my like TikTok stuff and filming and YouTube stuff. The problem here is the unit. Let's face it, it's the unit. It's taking up so much space in and of itself. So let's sort this out, right? Take everything out and get rid of the unit. Do it. Okay. Phew. Instant relief, because that was stressing me out and things were getting stuck. Now, do we need everything that is in it? I use this all the time. So let's put easy stuff in, because if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, which I can definitely feel, I'm feeling tense. Easy stuff. Camera, of course. But I don't film on that camera because it's actually more of a photography camera, and it was a wedding gift. So this tool is a converter tool that I got, and I clearly don't need it, right? Because I haven't used it. I don't need it. Okay, that I do use. It's just a spare or wire that I know I have got loads of. So we don't need, that is a funny wire. Always keep the unusual ones. And charger for the camera. So of course we need the charger for the camera because we made a decision the camera stays. The bits that go with my mic, of course. Oh God, they were awful. Those lights were awful. Awful, I'm telling you. I don't use it. I don't need it. Those lights were actually quite good. Now, okay. Now this is a good book, but I would not look for that book in there. And this is a good notepad. I've literally written one word in it. Testing. Okay, I'm going to ask my husband if he wants this, because I don't need it. And I'm going to put this up in my bedroom to either read it again or maybe buy it on an audiobook. Okay. So I decided that those were rubbish. And then this we do occasionally use. Look at that, actually, how much of the unit was taking up space. Oh my word. That's so much better. So now I could put do I put the helmets up here. Further encroaching on grown-up space. Why not? Admit defeat. Then, oh, wouldn't it be nice to open this cupboard and not have stuff fall on me? So that's for that game. So weaponry and things that are too long for elsewhere. And really my strategy for the weaponry is occasionally me and my friend take the kids on like a woodland walk. We've got really nice woodlands near here, big bluebell woods, and it's really lovely. And so we take the kids, what went with that? On these woodland walks, and we encourage them to bring some of the weapons. This might sound really cruel, right? And we know that they're going to fight, like play fight and everything so much, some of these things are going to break and they're not going to make it home. Does that really mean? Like, we just like use them because like use them up. And like they'll take an axe and the axe will break. But otherwise, actually, all that happens is the axe stays in here for a longer period of time and then they age out of them. So I don't feel bad about it, but is it mean allowing your kid to take something somewhere and you know that most likely it's going to break and it's not going to come home? Okay, new weaponry, which I did buy, so I am responsible for, can go. And I feel like that's closing quite nice. I do use these weights. I very rarely see my husband use this thing, but it's his. So it's his to declutter. It can go back in. Everything fits much nicer in there. And I have 5 minutes. So let's have a think about the top of the unit. Okay. So somebody made this. And it's very cute. But let's put it in their little frames. So Pig, Balloon, who is partially broken. He can go. And then this, actually, I really did want that to live in this unit because it previously sat outside elsewhere. But where does that go? Oh, we're going to end up just shoving stuff in. Right. If I move the helmets, will that fit nicely in there? Yes. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, what have we got up here? We have got a couple of things that don't belong. So I'm going to put those there. They go upstairs. Instruction manual. I really feel like you shouldn't need instructions for a toy car. And if you do, it's too difficult. Kids microscope. I feel like we've worked that one out. Furby guide, we've worked that one out. And mostly you can work out how things work via YouTube. You can always ask, like, if I can't remember how something works or how to use something, fix something, whatever, I am going to ask YouTube. What I'm not going to ask YouTube how to play all these different games, and I would look for games like that, a board game. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to expect the instructions. So that's fine. We'll keep those. Birthday cards, we only occasionally keep them from certain family members. I love the birthday cards I have from my granddad and that he's no longer with us. These little animals, they can go elsewhere. Okay, so we are getting down to a couple of things. So we've got a couple of birthday gifts that lives elsewhere. Oh, he can go elsewhere. Birthday gifts, I feel like it's okay to have them out for a little while because they want to play with them and they're new. And if you put them straight away, like away, they forget what they are. So we will keep some of those out for a little while. That treasure can go elsewhere. Okay. I can't remember where that lives. But we're nearly there. So we're not going to clear everything. That can really go outside, but not right now. Those I'm going to put in the kitchen island for tomorrow. I think we're there in less than 45 minutes. That was hard for me to work out the maths there. We're not too bad. But honestly, I so often will spend like 45 minutes, an hour decluttering, and then I look at the stuff that has been decluttered and will feel like disappointed. Like, surely in that space of time, if I'd really like gone for it, I could get rid of more stuff. But also, I struggle with kid stuff, and I know that. So I have to just give myself a big pat on the back. It's getting dark outside. It's a Monday evening. It is 9 o'clock, and I have managed to declutter some items. So let's look at them and talk about exit plan, actually. Okay, so let's talk about the exit plan for these items. So I talked about that when it came to the light up lightsabers. Once you have made a decision to get rid of items, they need to leave the house as quickly as possible. I have been much better this time around at doing it. I will say, honestly, sometimes it kind of puts me off decluttering because I know that the actual job is longer than previously I'd given mind to. Like previously I'd be like, right, I've decluttered all these items. But as long as they are in my house, I have not decluttered them. And that has been a bit of a mindset change that might seem obvious to a lot of people, was not obvious to me, and it has been a really important one. Do I have the ability to remove these items from my home either now or quickly? So I have been taking some pictures of things that I want to gift on, and either they're like too big to go to the charity shop or whatever, or it would just be easier if someone collects them. And then I'm listing them as quickly as possible on my local giving away group. So what I am going to do is take a picture of this little wooden unit here, because that way someone can come and collect them, and I can put like a whole, I can put lots of different things that I'm giving away on one post. People can comment what they want, and I can do the admin for that all in one go, because there is admin required. Answering people's messages, even when they're free things that are given away, arranging when they're going to come and collect them, when you're going to leave them outside your house, giving them your address, like that whole thing. There's a whole load of admin that is required there. Then once I've taken the picture, I put in the item in my car boot so that it's not taking up tons of space in the utility room, because then what I was finding is things were going in the utility room that needed to be gifted on or taken to the charity shop or whatever it may be. And then I couldn't work out what was what in the utility room. That's a very small room. It was getting overcrowded, and then that was leading to more clutter. So that is my process at the moment. Recycling will go in the recycling bin straight away. Rubbish will go in the rubbish bin straight away. And then items that go into the charity shop, like the game, have a bag in the utility room. That's the only thing that I'm allowing in the utility room. And then when the bag gets full, next time I'm passing the charity shop, I drop it off. So that is what I've been doing. Do not take things to the charity shop when the kids are with me, because then they'll see them, they won't want to part with them. I can tell you now, this game, like my son he would instantly remember playing it with me, and in that we had a really good time, and then he will think if it goes, we won't have that experience, when the reality is we have all these other games that we're not playing with, regularly, that we could be playing with that are better, and we could be sitting down playing the game of life, and that's way more fun than this one. So, again, with the den, like we have had some really good times building the dens, but that kit just takes too long. Whereas we have the pickler set, the climbing set, you literally open it up, it's there, throw a blanket on it, it's a den, done. Pop-up tents, done. we have those, we're much more likely to use them. So anyway, we're talking about exit plan, and now I'm going off on a tangent, which is very much me. So I will list some of these things: rechargeable lights. Like I feel like they could probably go to the charity shop, to be honest, but I might list those. Let's put those with the things to list in case people want them. And actually, maybe this set, I will put that, and we'll list those. I'll take those pictures. They can go in the car. I'm going to put the post on now this evening because I've now got a few things in the car to give away locally. So we've got enough to do the admin. And then the notepads, I'm going to put those on the kitchen island next to the stuff we have out for school tomorrow, because that will remind me tomorrow that those items need to be taken to a teacher, and I can say, would you like some notepads that have barely been used or might have had one page torn out of them? And I can tell you now, they're going to absolutely love that. So we've got 3 good ones here. They can get put away. And really, that shouldn't take me too long to do the admin of sorting out, tidying. I would do it straight away. The worst thing is making a cup of tea, having a break, and then looking at all this stuff and having to come back to it. So I always try and do that as quickly as possible. And if I do this like every other day, say, because I'm not decluttering every single day, but if I did that like every other day, and this pile of stuff gets removed from the house every 2 to 3 days, it builds and it builds and it builds. The important thing is that more stuff leaves the house every single week than comes into the house. And that at the moment, for me, that I'm stemming the flow of things into the house because of a bit of a habit of bringing too much stuff in. So let me know if this kind of chatting while I am in the process of decluttering, and you can see the very slow workings of my brain while I'm making decisions, is helpful. And I can always do a few sporadic ones of these in between my usual rambling voiceovers while I speed up my declutters. And I will see you in the next one.